North Korea, the hermit kingdom, shrouded in secrecy, veiled in mystery, a land of whispers and shadows where the unknown looms large. I've traveled the world, tasted its flavors, felt its pulse, from the bustling streets of Tokyo to the serene landscapes of the Swiss Alps. But few places intrigue me like North Korea, a place so close yet so distant. What lies beneath the surface? What stories remain untold? What is life truly like behind the curtain of propaganda, behind the carefully crafted images? Today we try to understand. We embark on a journey of discovery. We take a journey into the heart of North Korea, into its cities, its countryside, its very soul, a day in the life of its people. The rhythm of their daily existence. The world sees parades, military might, and a defiant leader, the grand displays of power. But beyond the spectacle there are ordinary people, living ordinary lives. Mothers, fathers, children, and dreamers, people with hopes and fears. They navigate a life vastly different from ours, a life shaped by the state. It's a life of conformity, discipline, and unwavering loyalty to the state. A life where individuality is a luxury. A life where every move is watched, every action monitored, every word measured, every conversation cautious. To understand North Korea, you must forget what you think you know. Leave behind preconceptions, embrace the unknown, open your mind to a different reality, a reality that challenges your perceptions, a reality where the state controls every aspect of life. From the media you consume to the thoughts you think, from the moment you wake to the time you sleep, the presence of the regime is absolute, it is inescapable. Join me as we delve into the hidden reality of North Korea, as we uncover the layers of this enigmatic nation, a day in the life of its people, their struggles, their joys, their resilience, a glimpse into a world rarely seen, a world that remains hidden from the eyes of the world. The rooster crows. But here in Pyongyang it's drowned out by a different sound. The blare of loudspeakers echoing through the streets. 5 o'clock in the morning, time to rise and shine. No snooze button for the citizens of North Korea. The day starts promptly. The day begins as instructed with a sense of duty and routine. Inside a small, sparsely furnished apartment, a family stirs from their sleep. A husband and wife, their 2 young children. The air is cold, biting. The only heat comes from a small coal-burning stove, barely enough to warm the room. Basic necessities are a luxury. Every item is cherished. Breakfast is a meager affair, simple yet essential. Rice, kimchi, maybe a few slivers of radish. Food is scarce. Every grain is precious, every bite savored. The children eat quickly, their eyes downcast. No complaining, no asking for more, no asking for more. They understand the value of what they have. Uniforms are ironed, crisp and clean. The red neckerchief of the young pioneers is meticulously tied, a daily ritual, a symbol of loyalty worn with pride and honor. Every citizen is a soldier in the making, ready to defend the motherland. The sense of duty is ingrained from a young age. Before leaving the apartment, a ritual. The father pins a small red badge to his lapel. The face of Kim Il-sung, the eternal president, stares back. A constant reminder. Big brother is always watching. Downstairs, the street is already bustling, not with cars but with people. Bicycles, overflowing buses, and throngs of pedestrians. All moving in unison like a well-oiled machine. Everywhere, the red banners, propaganda posters plastered on buildings. The dear leader, Kimjongun, smiles down at his people. Messages of unity, strength, and defiance against the West. This is the reality fed to them. The outside world is the enemy. America, a wicked imperialist. Only the Kim dynasty can protect them. The father walks briskly to the factory, his steps quick and purposeful. His wife to the textile mill where she will spend long hours at the loom. Their children, hand in hand, make their way to school, their faces a mix of innocence and determination. Work is not a choice but a duty, an obligation to the state. A contribution to the collective good, where individual desires are secondary. The factory floor is a sea of bodies, each person a cog in the vast machine. Men and women hunched over their machines, their movements mechanical and precise. The air is thick with the smell of oil and sweat, a testament to their relentless labor. The work is monotonous, backbreaking, a never-ending cycle of repetition. But there are no complaints, no voices raised in dissent. To complain is to question the state, an act of defiance that is unthinkable. At school, the children recite lessons in unison, their voices blending into a single, harmonious chant. History glorifies the Kim family, painting them as the saviors of the nation. Mathematics is taught not just as a subject, but as a tool to calculate industrial output and efficiency. Critical thinking is not encouraged. Obedience is paramount, a virtue instilled from a young age. Lunch is a brief respite, a moment to recharge before the afternoon's demands. A simple bowl of soup, maybe some rice, is all they have to sustain them. The children eat quickly, then line up for afternoon lessons, their routine unchanging. Their young minds are molded, shaped by the state, each lesson a building block in their indoctrination. Taught to love the dear leader and despise the enemy, their education is a tool of control and loyalty. Section 5. Eyes and ears everywhere. The workday is long, the labor arduous, but every move is watched. Informants are everywhere. Neighbors reporting on neighbors, colleagues on colleagues. Trust is a dangerous commodity. Conversations are guarded. Criticisms, even whispered, can have dire consequences. A slip of the tongue can land you and your family in a labor camp. Fear is a constant companion. Even within the family unit, walls are erected. Parents hesitate to speak freely in front of their children. Children, trained to be vigilant, might report any perceived disloyalty. The bonds of family, strained by suspicion. In the evening, families gather around their government-issued televisions. State-run channels broadcast news of glorious achievements, military triumphs, and the benevolence of the dear leader. The outside world, a distorted caricature. Section 6. The weight of words. Access to outside information is strictly controlled. No internet, except for a select few. Foreign books and films are forbidden. The only news comes from the government's tightly controlled media. Radios and televisions are fixed to receive only government stations. Possessing a tuning device is a crime. The regime understands the power of information. Control the narrative, control the people. Even music is censored. Only patriotic songs and approved artists are allowed. Western music, with its messages of freedom and individuality, is considered a dangerous influence. This information vacuum creates a distorted reality, a world where North Korea is strong, prosperous, and admired. A world where the West is a decaying wasteland, consumed by sin and inequality. Section 7. The Dear Leader's Embrace. After dinner, the family participates in another ritual, the study of the works of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. Their writings are considered the ultimate truth. To question them is heresy. These study sessions are mandatory, a form of ideological indoctrination. Children are taught to revere the Kim family as gods. Their portraits adorn every classroom, every office, every home. The teachings preach self-reliance, absolute loyalty to the state, and unwavering faith in the dear leader. They are a potent tool of control, shaping the thoughts and beliefs of generations. Through relentless propaganda and a tightly controlled information environment, the regime has created a cult of personality around the Kim family. Dissent is not just discouraged, it's unthinkable. Section 8. A taste of freedom? As darkness falls, a flicker of something different. A group of men huddle in an alleyway, passing around a cigarette. A small act of rebellion against the suffocating grip of the state. These moments are rare, fleeting. A chance to let down their guard, to share a joke, to be human. But even in these stolen moments, the fear lingers. The walls have ears. Children find their own forms of escape. A game of jump rope in a dusty courtyard. A shared whisper of a forbidden song. Innocence battling against the weight of their reality. For some, love offers a glimmer of hope. Young couples steal kisses in the shadows, dreaming of a future where they can be together without fear. A future that seems both impossibly distant and desperately needed. Section 9. Shadows of the Night. Nightfall brings little respite. Electricity is scarce, a luxury reserved for the elite. The city plunges into darkness, punctuated by the faint glow of cooking fires and candlelight. Inside their small apartment, the family huddles together for warmth. The children, exhausted from their day of indoctrination, fall asleep quickly. Their parents lie awake, haunted by anxieties, the fear of being denounced, the constant struggle to provide for their family, the knowledge that their lives are not their own, but belong to the state. Sleep offers little escape from the harsh realities of their existence. In the dead of night, the true cost of this regime becomes clear. It's not just the lack of freedom or opportunity, it's the crushing weight of fear that permeates every aspect of their lives. Section 10. Whispers of Dissent. Despite the risks, whispers of dissent do exist. Hidden radios tuned to foreign broadcasts, smuggled USB drives containing forbidden films and music, small acts of defiance against an all-powerful state. These acts are dangerous, fueled by a desperate yearning for something more, a desire for freedom, for truth, for a life beyond the confines of the regime's control. The regime cracks down hard on any perceived dissent. Labor camps await those who dare to question the authority of the dear leader. The threat of punishment hangs heavy in the air, yet, even in the face of such oppression, the human spirit endures. The desire for freedom, for a better life, cannot be extinguished. It flickers like a candle in the darkness, a testament to the indomitable will of the human heart. Section 11. The Unseen Scars. Leaving North Korea, I carry the weight of their stories, the faces etched with hardship and resilience, the children robbed of their childhoods yet clinging to hope, North Korea is a land of contradictions, of breathtaking beauty and suffocating oppression, of unwavering loyalty and simmering dissent, a place where the human spirit is both broken and unbreakable. The scars of this regime run deep, both visible and unseen. The challenge for the world is to see beyond the propaganda, to understand the plight of the North Korean people, and to work towards a future where they too can taste the sweetness of freedom. Until then, they remain trapped, prisoners in their own country. Their stories, a stark reminder of the human cost of tyranny, their resilience, a beacon of hope in a land shrouded in darkness.